At this time, we'll call the meeting to order. It's the regular city council meeting for the city of Algonac on Tuesday, February 18th. Will everyone, or maybe, will you, roll call please. Skipping right to the pledge.
Mr. Bemis?
Here.
Mr. Blair?
Here.
Mr. Killis?
Here.
Mr. Martin?
Here.
Mrs. Meldrum?
Here.
Mr. Scarbeck?
Here.
Mayor Stoneburner?
Here.
All present.
At this time, take a moment of silent prayer. If everyone would please stand for the pledge. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
May I have a motion to approve this evening's agenda, please?
So moved. Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed?
Aye.
Those opposed? All right, we do have an agenda. Tonight, our presentation is a Nice Neighbor Award. It will be presented by Councilman Ray Meldrum to Bill and BJ Colts.
Who's Ray Meldrum?
Sorry, Helen. Ray Martin. I know a Ray Meldrum for a new one.
You need to take a breath.
I would ask Bill and BJ to come forward, please. These are two people, and I want to start by saying, dare I say anyway, that I've known them for a long time. And that I'm not surprised that they're being honored as good neighbors to the people that live around them. On behalf of the city and the city council, I first want to say that Marilyn Ginoa nominated Bill and BJ Colts for their years of helpfulness and keeping a watchful eye on her. They are always good about helping with any extra yard work or just being available if she needed something. But during the high water last summer, they went above and beyond even that. They installed their own water pumps on her property and helped keep them running through June and July. When Marilyn was unable to access her driveway, they made a place for her to park in her driveway for 6 weeks. The Colts are longtime Algonac residents. Bill retired from Algonac schools after many years as a teacher. Both Bill and BJ are active in the Algonac Lions, Lionesses, and Bill being a past president. They are very good, conscientious people, always looking out for their neighbors. And this we have to present to you. It's the Nice Neighbor Award. City of Algonac presents a token of our gratitude to Bill and BJ Colts for your kindness and consideration towards those around you, the time and effort you invest in taking care of others, making sure things are right and safe, and then being able to help when it is highly valued by your neighbors and community. Your willingness to help embodies the definition of nice neighbor and sets a top-notch example for others to aspire to. We are so grateful you chose to live in our city and be on our team. Many thanks. Signed by Terry Stoneburner, Mayor, February 18th, 2020.
You have to have a couple words. Tell them.
Yeah, very much fun up. Marilyn did her share of the work, believe me.
Basically, it was those two.
Get some credit.
I saw you out there too, the old bag deal.
Very nice.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Well deserved.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
Well deserved.
William? Okay, bro.
I give you, I know, I give you a hug too. It'll make me cry.
Crazy.
Next, we have public comments. Remember, if you care to speak, state your name, where you live. You have 5 minutes to speak, and please be respectful of the speakers here in the city council. City council will not comment, but we love to listen to what you have to say, and we do consider it at all times. We think about it. Anyone? Okay. Seeing no one, we'll go right into our city manager's report. Mrs. Gerstenberg.
Thank you, Mayor. As we experience this weekend, and as the ACO continues to predict, water levels will be higher this spring than they were last year. We are advising residents to plan accordingly. We are adding some FAQs about sandbags to the website and to Facebook. And the St. Clair Emergency Manager will be here at our next meeting on March 3rd with a spring update. The public is invited to attend and ask questions, so we have put that out there to invite anyone who is interested to hear Justin talk about what is they are predicting for the spring. So he will be here again at the March 3rd meeting. As you can see, the City Council chambers has been painted and updated. We are working with the Algonac Clay Historical Society to add some artwork. And just a short election update. The primary is March 10th. Anyone interested in running for city council will need to file a nominating petition by mid-April. And if you are interested, you can contact the city clerk for more information. Thank you.
Thank you. Next, we need to approve the consent agenda. It consists of our minutes from our regular meeting on February 4th, our department reports, which consists of the blight enforcement, building, DPW, finance, fire department, water department, communication notices that include boards and commission rosters, and the Algonac Housing Commission meeting minutes of December 16th, 2019. May I have a motion, please?
I'll make a motion to approve the consent agenda as presented. Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? All right, we've approved our consent agenda. We have no old business, so we'll get right into the new business. We will be setting our budget schedule for fiscal year 2020 through 2021. May I have a motion, please?
I'll make a motion to set the budget schedule for fiscal year 2021 as presented.
Support.
Discussion. Mrs. Gerstenberg, I have one question, a quick one. Would it behoove us to attend the planning commission meeting, or is that not necessary at all? When they're looking at the capital projects presentation?
Mayor Stoneburner, that's a meeting for the Planning Commission to review what has been suggested by staff members and to then make a recommendation to City Council from that point.
Okay, thank you. Any other discussion? May I have a roll call, please?
Mr. Gillis,
Yes.
Mr. Martin,
Yes.
Mrs. Meldrum,
Yes.
Mr. Scarbeck,
Yes.
Mayor Stoneburner,
Yes.
Mr. Bembas,
Yes.
Mr. Blair,
Yes.
motion carries.
All right. Next, we're being asked to approve the replacement of valves for the water department, a water plant. May I have a motion, please?
I'll make a motion. Make a motion to resolve to approve the payment to DuPont, whose address is 558 Clark Road, Tewksbury, Massachusetts, 01876, for the replacement of 55 water valves at the the water plant in the amount of $14,093.
Support.
I'll start off discussion and just let everyone know, the valves, these are valves that control the continuous microfiltration units and the valves in the clean in place cabinet. They control the chemical feed and the circulation pumps, and they all need to be replaced. This expense is in our capital improvements plan. Any other discussion?
Yes, Denise, did you talk to Clay about this already? Because they have to pay for part of it. Are they gonna have it on their agenda?
Thank you, Ms.
I know it's not $20,000, but
Thank you, Mrs. Meldrum. We have regular meetings with Clay Township to discuss what is ongoing at the water plant, so they are aware of the project. They don't have to put it as a specific agenda item until it's above 20,000.
okay, thank you.
Any other discussion? Roll call, please.
Mr. Martin?
Yes.
Mrs. Meldrum?
Yes,
Mr. Scarpack?
Yes.
Mayor Stoneburner?
Yes.
Mr. Bembas?
Yes.
Mr. Blair?
Yes.
Mr. Gillis?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Next, we're being asked to pay for our 2020 stormwater annual permit. May I have a motion, please?
Motion to approve payment for the 2020 storm water annual permit fee in the amount of $2,000 to EGLE.
Support.
Discussion? Hearing none, roll call?
Mrs. Meldrum?
yes,
Mr. Scarpack?
Yes.
Mayor Stoneburner?
Yes.
Mr. Bembas?
Yes.
Mr. Blair?
Yes.
Mr. Gillis?
Yes.
Mr. Martin?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Next, we're being asked to approve the payment for fire department insurance. May I have a motion, please?
Make a motion that we approve the payment for renewal of the accident and sickness insurance policy for fire department personnel to VFIS, P.O. Box 64904, Baltimore, Maryland, in the amount of $2,457.
Support.
This renewal is a renewal of the accident and sickness insurance policy for our fire department personnel. It is designed to provide financial security for our members with benefits should they become injured or ill while performing their duties for the city. Any questions? Any discussion? Hearing none, roll call, please.
Mr. Scarback?
Yes.
Mayor Stoneburner?
Yes.
Mr. Bembas?
Yes.
Mr. Blair?
Yes.
Mr. Gillis?
Yes.
Mr. Martin?
Yes.
Mrs. Meldrum?
yes,
Motion carries.
Next, we're being asked to approve the accounts payable and payroll. May I have a motion, please?
I'd like to make a motion to approve accounts payable and payroll in the amount of $189,083.69 as presented.
Second.
Discussion? Hearing none, roll call?
Mayor Stoneburner?
Yes.
Mr. Bembas?
Yes.
Mr. Blair?
Yes.
Mr. Gillis?
Yes.
Mr. Martin?
Yes.
Mr. Scarback?
Yes.
Mayor? Oh, I made a boo-boo. I missed Scarback.
forgot me,
Meldrum, yep. Thank you. Mrs. Meldrum?
yes,
Thank you.
Next, we have our items for the next agenda. Mrs. Gerstenberg.
Thank you, Mayor Stoneburner. On the March 3rd agenda, we have the Jackson Milford Trust Fund. We have the St. Clair County Emergency Manager, Justin Westmiller, here for a presentation. And we have an Algonac Clay Historical Society donation to the fire department.
Thank you. Wow. Having a bright room, we really go through these quickly, don't we? Councilwoman Meldrum, would you like to speak first?
sure. I would like to say that I'm glad I've been able to be part of this tonight, and I want to thank Denise and anybody else who made it possible.
Thank you. Councilman Martin.
I'd first like to say I'm very happy that my turn to present an award was at this time and to be able to present to BJ and Bill Coles. I was honored to do that. And that's it.
Councilman Scarbic.
I just want to say congratulations to Bill and BJ Colts. It's because of people like you that make the community so great. And I also want to say a huge shout out to the DPW for making this place actually alive and looking good. And I want to thank you all for coming out tonight and have a good night. Thank you.
Councilman Blair.
Thank you for everybody, again, for coming out tonight. Bill, BJ, congrats. I'm sure a long time coming. Ms. Gino, thank you for putting them up, for sure. Couple quick things. We had a great Gatsby party last Friday. If you missed it, shame on you guys. It was a ball. Again, we had a blast. Food was good, camaraderie was great. Great to see all of our citizens from, not all of them, but a handful of our citizens from Algonac come up and have a good time. Just want to let you know that there's a fundraiser at the Flaming Grill for the senior all-night party. It's tomorrow between the hours of 3 and 8. Flaming Grill is going to donate some money back. I don't know if there's a percentage on that, but they're going to donate some back to the all-night party for our seniors at Algonac. So if you guys want to come up for a good meal, it's tomorrow at Flaming Grill. And I hope everybody has a great night, and see you in a couple weeks, I hope.
Mayor Pro Tem Gillis.
I would also like to say thank you to the Coltses. I'm proud to have you all as my neighbors too. On the Great Gatsby, it was an excellent time. I'm sure we're all going to concur on that. But one thing I got to say about our community is the Great Gatsby was put on by the Community Foundation, and at the end of that night, we had to take the VFW hall from a 1920s party and put it back to the VFW hall, long tables. All the guests who paid to show up at the end of the night helped us. We flipped that hall back over in about 15 minutes with about 200 chairs, everything. We switched it, we got all the decorations down, and we all got to go home. And I mean, these are guests that paid to come, and but the residents of Algonac care so deeply about our community. They helped us finish up, and without them, we would have been there for another 2 hours. So shout out to them. I'd like to mention that there's a magic show this Friday, the 21st, at St. Catherine's. It's to benefit Our Lady on the River Ministry against human sex trafficking. For $25, the ticket includes a baked potato bar and ice cream, and it starts at 5:30. Doors open at 5:30. Thank you all and have a great night.
Councilman Pimbus.
I wanted to, a piece of paper for an award is a great thing, but over the years of me being a Lion member, I worked with Bill on pickerel tournament for 2 years straight. And Bill's done it for many more years, probably about as long as, probably as long as Rocky's been alive, I think. But it's more than just Bill being a lion. Bill's the only lion in the history of the Algonac Lions, which goes back to the early 1940s, to be president twice. Bill, for years and years, was the ticket master of all the boat tickets for the pickerel tournament. Bill, still am. Bill, for years and years, has always counted all the money every morning. First one up, last one to go home for the pickerel, counting money, running into the bank, and $1 bill at a time counting. Bill has been a big part of maintaining the Lions Hall, with keeping it updated and cleaning. He probably does more housework at Lions than he does at home. Is that correct?
Yeah, he's pretty good at home.
But Bill could not do that without the support of his wife, and it makes a big difference. I know he's never had a bad thing to say about you. It's always a good thing about you. So you're appreciated too. And he couldn't, like I said, he couldn't do all that without your support and blessing. And I know I appreciate Bill for everything he's done working with me with the Lions in the past, so thank you, Bill.
And wait till you see the brand new fish headquarters that Bill has put together this year.
See? I want to touch base on a couple other things. The Brownies are still collecting bottle caps, and with those bottle caps, they can turn them in and buy benches. And some of those benches are going to the skate park and the Lions Field. And their dinner is February 29th. So bring your bottle caps. It's a taco dinner. Starts at 3 p.m. to 7 p.m. Tomorrow, First Lutheran Church has their dinner. It's pulled pork sandwiches. And just talking to Gail Anthony, who's here, the nice thing about it is they're not doing it to raise money. They're not doing it to, they're just doing it to have people come by, have dinner together, camaraderie, and then go. Of course, they take donations, but they spend more money on the food than the donations they take in. So it's just a matter of people getting together. I think that's really, really a nice way to bring the community together. And one other thing, I don't know if everybody knows Rob Shelton, but he kind of won the Best Dressed Prize at Great Gatsby. And talking to him is a good thing for him today because he has been promoted to lieutenant in our fire department. And good for him, well deserved for Rob Shelton. So if you see Rob Shelton at Kroger's or Scoreboard or more, whatever, shake his hand and say congratulations because he is now a lieutenant.
Just so you know, he won in my wife's dress.
Yeah. He came dressed as a lady at Great Gatsby.
Did you mention where the 29th fundraiser was? I didn't think I caught it.
Lions Hall.
It was, okay.
Lions Hall. And I think that's probably all I've got, other than the city dinner is on the 27th. So if anybody's interested in coming to city dinner, where all the politicians get to talk and tell you how great the city is, see Denise for tickets.
Before you go to have your dinner with the Brownies, the Trinity United Methodist Church is having a flea market on February 29th from 9 to 2. I was going to talk about the pulled pork sandwiches. You beat me to it. Kids in Distress, they're still looking for clothing donations, and there's a donation box at the Algonac Lions Club. Is that correct?
Yes.
And so all you have to do, you don't have to meet up with anybody. You just put the things in the drop box. If they're slightly used, that's great, but something that is very much needed. Also, since our last meeting, when Commissioner Graytop announced that we were finally going to have a county park in our area. If you haven't seen the mock-up of it, I believe it was in The Voice and in the Times-Herald, so that you could see what the preliminary plans are that they're dreaming that it will be. And I know some of those sketches, they morph into something else, but it is exciting that we will have something like that down here in the southern part of the county. It's long overdue, so I'm excited about that. The Colts is great family. One of the things I thought about while you were getting your award is that we have had our nice neighbors up here that and our Algonac assets that and our businesses, that we have people that have been here for years and years and years. And some of us have been here all our lives. And that's not a bad thing. Some people have only been here a short while. We have people of all ages, from school-age children all the way to our senior citizens, all being part of that. And that makes us so strong, and I'm hearing that from everybody here, is that makes us a stronger community, and I truly believe it. I'm proud to live here, I've said that over and over again, but it doesn't take just a few people to make this a wonderful area. Cleaning up, just helping to clean up, helping somebody with a crisis that's happening in the neighborhood. It's helping with sandbags when we had the robotics club. It's a wonderful thing that we have such a great community and people come together when people need it or just to have fun. And with that, I need a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
All right, second.
There we go.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
We are adjourned.
Very good. Very good.